Welcome, foolish mortals.
Hey guys, so Lord here, back again with day 11 of the 13 days of Halloween and continuing our ride on the crazy Disney train. Going off the rails. No. Today we're going to be taking a look at Disney's The Haunted Mansion, The Mariner. Now, I don't know who the heck made these, so pipe up in the comments below if you do. Because I have no idea. I have no idea who made these. I have no idea who made the Skeleton Pirates I reviewed earlier this year. That was way back in March. Remember March? Felt like about 1,000 years ago. Is that a Gargoyles reference? Yes. So, the Mariner. Quick little backstory on the Mariner, a.k.a. Captain Gore. At least I think that's what they were going for with this figure. He is supposedly the quote-unquote owner of the Haunted Mansion in some canon stories. And he was also a pirate. That pirate was either John LaFoot or something made up, but he is known as Captain Gore, and it was discovered that he was a psychopath by his wife, who is supposedly the bride in the ride. But lately it seems to be that he's just a picture of an old sailor in the Hall of Portraits, which I'm not even sure if this guy's portrait is in the Hall of Portraits anymore. It was in the Florida attraction, the Orlando, Florida Disney World version of the ride. I'm not sure if it was ever in the Disneyland version of the ride. I'm pretty sure it had to be. Because I've seen that Captain Gore picture everywhere. I'm pretty sure that's who this is supposed to be. So, with that being said, let's get him off his very large and in charge display base. Take a closer look here. It comes with a buoy, which actually makes noise. So, that's fun. But it's just red. It's clear plastic. Pretty self-explanatory. And then it's this big old gnarly shipwreck, which you could use this with the Pirates of the Caribbean figures. Now this ship, or this fish, excuse me, did I mention my eyes suck too? This fish here is actually a separate piece and is articulated in the fins. This back one is on a hinge that moves side to side, and then these two on the sides here are on swivel joints. So it is posable. You can pull it off this net, but to save you some time and me frustration with my fumbly skeleton hands, I'm just going to leave this here because this whole setup is kind of a pain in the butt to get set up right. So looking at the back, you can see where everything is placed. No one's really showed this. And again, I think there's only one other review of this. Not going to say who that's by because, well, he shall not be named. Probably know what I'm talking about by now. But you can see all these posts and things they peg into the water here. And then there are some plank or wooden board pieces that peg in towards the back here. I guess you could throw some stuff down there, but yeah, it's got the crow's nest, which is adjustable. You could make this higher or lower. It's got the flag, which does kind of droop a bit just because of the weight of the flag. And then it's got the fish on the net here, which wraps around these two posts. A little bit loose, so you may need some glue. Help hold it in place, but not a bad display base, I must say. Lots of nice detail on that. So looking at the Mariner, who is really small compared to his display base, and actually let me do a little little bit more of a focus here. Pardon the background noise. I don't know if you can hear it, but my heater is on because it is cold as balls in upstate New York this time of year. But looking at the Mariner, you can see he's in this crazy fluorescent green, and I have tried desperately to get this guy to glow on cam, the cam I use for videos, but it just does not work. So if it's not in the URL, you'll just have to take my word for it. It glows like the dickens. It's just you're not going to see it on an iPad Pro from 3 years ago. So that kind of sucks. But he does glow pretty well, in fact. So, yeah. He has this harpoon here, which I've tried to get out of his hand. It is stuck in there. I guess the previous owner may have just glued it in. I don't know. But I've never not been able to get a weapon out of a figure's hand before. Maybe I just need to heat it up and it'll slide out. But it ain't doing squat right now. But this is a separate piece. This is not supposed to be permanently attached to his hand or placed in his hand. I'd actually like to see how he'd look holding this with two hands. But can't do that right now. His hat does come off too. Show you his freaky arse looking face. I mean, that's a face only a mother could love right there, buddy. Yeah. Crazy. He's got some crazy stoner eyes. He's got some tweaker eyes right there. People were talking smack about that Marvel Legends Green Goblin. Oh boy. But articulation on this guy, he's got a little bit. His head will rotate side to side. Also bobs up and down slightly. I think they're on ball joints. They're just limited. Shoulders go out to the side. About a right angle to the body. That's not too bad. Go back down. They're really stiff too. They rotate forward and back. It's got a single hinge in the elbow. Gives you less than 90 though. It doesn't give you 90. This side might give you 90. I know it's a little bit less, but close enough. Not bad. It's got a swivel at the wrist, which the wrists on mine were both stuck when I first got it, but they did work themselves loose. So, you know, just be cautious. Hashtag don't break your toys. That's going to be a trending thing by the end of the year. He's got a waist swivel. His hips, you can kick them forward. They're on little hinges, so they do move forward a little bit, not a ton. They do kick back just about as far. He's got weird kind of hip joints, though. They are stumps that go up into his torso, and they just kind of spin around. They don't really move up and down traditionally. That's what the hinge is for. And then he's got a single joint at the knee. You can see he's got some ectoplasm on his boots. So, yeah, that is the Mariner. Put his hat back on. His hat's a little tricky to get on because you don't want to block his face, but sometimes you just don't have a bleeping choice, do you? But standing him up, if I can here. Boop. I'll tilt the camera up a bit. We do have a lot of space because I had to zoom out because of how large his stand is. It's a diorama display base. Here he is next to Mr. Hagnon. Who's been with us since the very beginning. Let me focus there. And yeah, not in scale with Mythic Legions at all, but, two cool looking glow-in-the-dark figures. I still say Hagnon's probably way freaking better. It just looks way cooler. But, yeah. So with that being said, let's get him back on his display base. He's got 2 pegs right there and there. And I'm only going to show this probably with him because everyone else is kind of a pain in the neck to get back on their display stands, so bear with me here. I'm gonna try and get him on there, but that's gonna be rather difficult. Okay, I got one foot in. Where's the other foot peg? It's like right there. Ah, crap. Ah, there we go. And there you go. There is the Mariner on his display base. And his hat likes to flop off, but you just gotta position it right and it'll stay on. There you go. There is the Mariner on his display base. Cool stuff. The buoy, I just tend to set in the back there, like so. But, there you go. There is the Mariner. And overall, I would recommend this one. If you only want one Haunted Mansion figure, this one is the cheapest one. And, you know, you could use it with your Scooby-Doo guys, really. He's about that scale. Be a fun little figure to have for that. But yeah, I got this guy for like 15, 20 bucks. He came with his box and everything, so not too expensive. I almost thought I was missing a piece, but luckily it was just lodged in the box, which I must say, the boxes for these figures did not hold up very well over time. They, they fell apart pretty easily, but figures themselves, pretty decent. Pretty decent. So that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Hope you guys enjoyed day 11 of the 13 days of Halloween. And don't forget to check out Grim Music 217 or 271. Link in the description below. He provided the intro and outro music for these videos. So with that being said, until next time, I will catch you guys later with Day 12, The Bride. Woo!
Hurry back, hurry back. Be sure to bring your death certificate if you decide to join us.